Hey everybody, I've got a slow leak that's turned into a faster leak that used to have to put air into it about once a week, whoops, sorry. And then it was every couple of days, and now I didn't barely made it through the whole day and it was low again, so I gotta change it anyway, so I figured I'd do a video showing you plugging a tire. Sure, most of my viewers already know how to plug a tire, but I don't know. Maybe some of you don't. Using the old Ryobi cordless half-inch drive impact gun and a flip socket. But just a second here. There we go. Yeah, one of my lug nuts on each wheel is a 19 and the rest are 21s. Kind of makes it a little harder for someone to steal without having to resort to locking lug nuts that are a pain in the ass. Off. And now comes the fun part, getting the wheel off. Oh, not so bad. Alright, well, we'll roll the wheel over here and see what's what. Alright, so I got some soapy water here, in this case just some cleaner, some totally awesome cleaner. I've mentioned this before, it's great stuff. But I found the hole quick enough. As you can see right there, it's bubbling right up. I went around the whole wheel to make sure there's nothing else. It doesn't hurt to go around the bead either and see if it's leaking anywhere there. If you got a slow leak, spray around the air valve. No other leaks, just this one, and it's bubbling pretty good. So that'll be it. If I look there, it looks like a Phillips screw. I'll see if I'm able to dig that out. So I'll see what I can do and get right back here. Alright, so sometimes they come out easy, sometimes not so easy. This one wasn't too bad. I probably could have unscrewed it if I'd have done it sooner, but it wore off most of the head. So I gotta do a little digging, and side cutters almost always work good. And there we go. There's your problem, lady. And there's our hole. It's a little close to the side. I don't know if many shops or any shops would repair that, but I'm not any shop and this is my tire, so I'm going to fix it. So let me get my tire kit and I'll show you what I'm going to do here. So now that I've found the spot, I've marked it with a soapstone from my welder. And what I'm going to do is fill the tire. If I wasn't recording this, I would have done this all in one smooth move, so there was still air in the tire. But since I am recording it, I'll have to add some air to it. This is the tire patch kit I have. It has a rasp for gouging out the hole, reaming out the hole, cleaning it out. I like this set because it has a nice heavy steel handle. You can really lean on it without worrying about breaking it. You can also, there's an Allen grub screw in there that you can take out, and you can actually chuck this into a drill for going in and out of the tire. And this is just the insert tool, and these are various plugs. So, alrighty. Let's do something here. Put some air in it first. Makes it easier to do if there's air in it. So leave that in there. We will get the plug ready and I'll come back to that. So I've got the plug on the insertion tool. It just threads through like threading a needle with the plug. There's various kinds of plugs. There's black ones, these orangey ones, and I've seen green ones. I've tried them all, and I don't know, some people prefer some, and I've never noticed any difference, to be honest with you. Another thing, rubber cement, some people use it, some don't. I have, and I haven't, and I haven't really noticed a huge difference. I have a big tube of it, so I'm going to use it. So what I'm going to do first, one thing it helps with is lubricating the plug to get it into the tire. So I'm just going to run a little bit. Come on, there we go. We'll put it, oh geez, this one's never even been used. Okay. So we'll just put a little bit on the end of the insertion tool to lube it up, and a bit on the plug around the insertion tool. You don't need much. Well, you don't need any, but it does make it a little easier. So we'll finish reaming this out. Okay. It's just easier to do it there in the tire. So you see that's going in a lot easier, in and out a lot easier. What it does is it cleans out the leak and the hole and enlarges it a little bit enough for the plug to go in. So I'm going to put just a touch more air in. Pull the reamer out and stick the plug in. I'll put a little tire goo in there. There we go. Right, now this is the fun part. Just a second here. Hold on. Hold on. All right, we've got it in. It wasn't a lot of fun. It was tough to get in there. I kind of edited out a few choice words I had. Once you've got it in, quickly pull this out, leaving the plug in. You insert it so there's about half of the plug in and half out of the tire. Take a flat utility knife, trim it to plug flush with the tire. Some people use a lighter and burn it off. Doesn't matter. Doesn't make a difference either way. Go there. And we'll put some air in it. Make sure it's holding pressure there, and then we'll put the tire back on. Let's see. I like the digital tire gauges. And we're golden. Now let's see how good we are. Bring you back up close. You can clearly see the plug. He's not bubbling. Hey, a successful tire plug job. So yeah, it's just that easy to do it yourself at home. Do it in the parking lot if you live in an apartment, whatever. A lot of times you can even do it on the car. This one I probably would have been able to. In fact, sometimes it's easier to do it on the car. If you get the car jacked up enough to rotate the tire, put this at a place where you can get to it, ream it out, then take the plug on the insertion tool, get it pointed in there, rotate the tire down so the insertion tool's on the ground, and you can use the weight of the car, lower the jack slightly to push the plug in, because sometimes they're really tough to get in, especially if the tire's low on air and you might not have access to a compressor or something at the side of the road. So if you can do that, that's definitely one thing you can do. I've done that on one car, a minivan I had. It was having a hell of a time getting in, and I just thought, oh, I'll just jack the car up and use that to push it on. So that's it. It's good. Eventually this will wear down and you won't see anything, maybe a little dot the size of a screw head there that's orange that will quickly become dirty. So we'll just roll it back over to the car, put it on, torque the wheels, and we should be good to go. All right, so I've got the wheel back on the car lowered down. the lug nuts snugged up and started torquing them. So you just want to make sure when you get to where you can, somewhere safe, where you have a torque wrench, probably not at the side of the road if you're doing this. Torque them to your vehicle spec. These are 80 foot-pounds. So that's good. Good. These should all be good. I already checked them before I started the video. This is the smaller one, the 19. So, perfect. All set to go. Now, one thing I want to mention is if you don't have, you don't really need access to a big fancy tire plug-in kit and a 60-gallon air compressor and a bunch of stuff. One thing that I keep in my car at all times, let me get you set up here. There we go. This is a simple plug kit. They have different styles. One's kind of like the one that I use. This is an emergency plug kit. It comes with a little metal pry bar for digging out whatever's in your tire, and these little plastic plugs that just basically screw into the hole. Once you take out whatever's in there, they screw in, then you snap this end off. I don't know if you can see the instructions very well there, but I'll just give you a glimpse. They do work. This is the second pack I have. I stopped a lady about a year ago with, and she had a flat tire, no spare. Well, she had a spare, but it was flat too. So I used one of these, and it'll get you to where you're going. I don't think I would leave these in long term like I would the one I just put in. The plug I just put in is going to stay in there until I need new tires. I've never had an issue with plugs. I know there's going to be people saying, oh, I'm all ready for the comments saying you shouldn't plug it that close to the sidewall. Plug's just temporary repair. Whatever. You do you, I'll do me. So yeah, these work good, but these are a temporary solution to get you to where you can get it properly fixed or get a new tire. And I always recommend keeping one of these little 12-volt air compressors, plugs into your cigarette lighter, or accessory plug as they're called these days, and just screws onto your valve stem. They have a built-in tire gauge on the top, and it works really well. They're not the quickest things, but I think I picked this up on sale for like $29 or something, and I've used the shit out of it. So it's been super handy. When it dies, I'll get another one just like it. I got one just like it in the F-150, one in the Miata, one in this car too, and this one stays in my SUV that I just changed the tire on. So that's it. We're all good to go. I'll check the tire pressure again before I go, but it should be good. It's not leaking anything. And that's it. Bingo, bango, bongo. Tires fixed. All told, if I wasn't recording this, 15 minutes maybe, to jack the car off. Jack the car off. Don't jack the car off. Jack the car up. Remove the wheel or repair it in place. If you repair it in place, it'll probably take less time. But really, if it's your first time doing it, give yourself about a half hour. If you've done even one before, probably 15 minutes should do you. That's it. So thanks for watching. Have a great day. Hope your week's going well. Hope you had a good weekend. Take care.